Students of class 12, we are going to perform the experiment to determine the resistance per centimeter of a given wire by plotting a graph of potential difference versus current. Now the apparatus that we are going to use is a voltmeter up to range 1.5 volt and a meter again range 1.5 ampere, a one-way key which is used to switch on and off the circuit while taking the readings, a rheostat which is used to change the resistance and hence the current in the circuit, and of course there is a battery eliminator which can give us a constant supply of 2 volt, 4 volt or whatever we want. So it will give us a DC supply. It will convert the AC supply to DC supply of our own choosing. Now we shall connect the circuit as per the diagram. So in this diagram you can see we have a resistance whose resistance we have to measure, across which we will find out the potential difference and also the current, and with the change in the current in the circuit we'll denote the change in the potential difference across the resistor. So that is what we have to do, potential difference versus current. So we'll change the current and get the new potential difference, and we'll make a table here. So we'll observe a meter reading, we'll observe this reading, we'll correct the reading if there is any zero error, we'll observe the voltmeter reading in the voltmeter across the resistor, and then we correct it if there is any error. And finally in the table we shall get the value of R, which is V divided by I, and then we shall draw the graph. On x-axis we'll put the values of different values of current. Along y-axis we'll put the different values of potential difference corresponding to the current. Now let us join the circuit. The circuit diagram, just have a look at the circuit diagram. So we have this resistance across which there is a voltmeter connected in parallel to it. In series with the resistance there is an ammeter. In series there is battery eliminator or power supply. There is a key to switch on and off the circuit, and there is rheostat RH, which is variable resistor. So we can change the value of RH, the rheostat, to change the value of current, and hence we'll get the changed value of potential difference. Okay, now let us connect these different apparatus that we have. So battery eliminator, we connect the positive terminal of battery eliminator to the positive terminal of the ammeter. The negative of the terminal of the ammeter is connected to the voltmeter, positive of the voltmeter, then negative of the voltmeter connected to the rheostat with the help of this wire. And this is the resistance wire across which we are trying to see how the potential difference will change with change in current, and this is connected in parallel to the voltmeter. So I am going to connect this in parallel to the voltmeter, so like this, across the two terminals of the voltmeter, like this. And now I am going to connect these two wires also across the same voltmeter. And across the other end also. So now we have connected the resistance wire parallel to the voltmeter, and the other end will go to the rheostat, and from the other terminal of the rheostat we connect the one end of the key second end of the key is connected to the negative of the battery eliminator, and we have this complete circuit now. Okay, now the circuit is complete. Let us switch on the battery eliminator. We choose 2 volt supply, DC supply, and now as you see all the pointers are at the 0 end, so there is no zero correction or zero error in these instruments. So whatever the readings will be, the observed reading itself will be corrected reading. Now let us switch on by putting in the key. Now you can see here you have a reading in the ammeter, and correspondingly there is a reading in the voltmeter, and with the help of the rheostat we can see we can change this reading. You can see the needle moving as we increase or decrease the resistance of the rheostat. Now for particular value of I, we have to note down the particular value of V. So let us now get the value of I. Okay, so least count, first we need to note down the least count of these instruments. The least count of the instrument will be, because from 0 to 0.25 there are 10 points, 10, and therefore reading corresponding to one point will be 0.25 divided by 10, so that will be 0.025. So we'll note down the zero error. Zero error is 0, nil. Zero correction of the voltmeter also nil, and the range of the ammeter is 0 to 1.5 ampere. Range of the voltmeter is 0 to 1.5 volt. Least count of ammeter, as we have just found out, that is 0.025 ampere. And least count of a voltmeter, again we have in the scale from 0 to 0.25 we have 10 divisions, so one division corresponds to 0.025 volt, so it is 0.025 volt. Now first reading in the meter, we see these are 4 divisions, so we'll write down 4 division multiplied by 0.025. So our reading is 0.025 multiplied by 4 divisions, and correspondingly we are getting 2 divisions on the voltmeter, and the value of this would be 0.025 multiplied by 2. So it is 0.0245 multiplied by 4 will be 0.1, and here it will be 0.1 ampere, and it is 0.025 multiplied by 2, that is 0.05 volt. So corrected reading also is 0.025, here it is 0.1, and the value of R will be 0.1 divided by 0.05, that is 2 ohm. So that is the value of R when we, from the first reading. Now we'll change the value of I with the help of rheostat, and correspondingly we'll change the values of, we'll get the values of potential difference, and we'll note down all these and then draw the graph. Now after changing the value of rheostat, resistance in the rheostat, we are getting now 6 divisions on the ammeter, and correspondingly we are getting 3 divisions on the voltmeter. So we'll write down it is 0.025 multiplied by 6, 0.15, so 0.15, and here it is 0.025 multiplied by 3, 0.075, so it is 0.075. Again when we divide, we get the value of resistance that is constant, that is 2 ohm. That means if you keep on getting these values as 2 ohm, we'll get a straight line. So that implies that V is directly proportional to I. So that is your Ohm's law, and you will get the straight line by drawing different values of current and the potential difference across the resistance wire. So hence we are able to verify Ohm's law because the value of R is constant. Now finally what we'll do is, this is the value of R, the average value will be 2 ohm. So 2 ohm is the value of resistance. We'll measure the length of the wire between these 2 points which are connected across the terminals, and divide this resistance by this length in centimeter, and finally we'll get the length per centimeter of the wire, and we can write down the result, the resistance per centimeter of the wire, by plotting a graph between potential difference versus current is 2 divided by the length of the wire. So that is for you to do, and from the graph you will find out the slope. The slope from the graph will give you the value of resistance, which will again be equal to 2 ohm.